You're not tired because life is hard. You're tired because you won't stop doing shit that was never yours to do in the first place. Yeah. Oh, I know that hit hard for me too. Listen, we have been taught to overwork ourselves, to overgive, to overextend, trying to prove our worth to people who should have seen it without all the effort we were putting in the first place. And then we wonder why we felt drained. We wonder why we suffered from extreme levels of anxiety, depression, even suicidal thoughts. But that's not strength. That's self-abandonment. We have abandoned ourselves for far too long. The honey siren energy, though, she ain't doing all that. She's not chasing. She's not convincing. She's not bending over backwards to be chosen. She's the one that gets chosen just because she showed up. Just because she's that sweet. Right? And it's not because she's doing more. It's because this siren, once you activate her within you, okay, she stopped doing too much. All right. She understands something that most of you don't, which is why you need to activate this energy. Okay. She understands that if you have to force it, it's not meant for you to pour into to begin with. Again, once you activate the honey siren energy within you, she understands that if you have to force it, that it's not meant for you. If you have to chase it, if you have to beg for it, if we have to overwork for it, if we have to prove ourselves for it, that is not our lane. It is not our mission. It's not our destiny. I don't give a damn what society has tried to tell us. How people say, oh, you got to chase it. You got to chase your dreams. That's not what the honey siren does. Listen, she sits back because she knows what is hers already belongs to her. She knows that the people, places, things, and opportunities will come to her. Much like the sunshine energy, she draws it in. She draws in the time, money, love, opportunities, support. And not because she asks for anything, but because her presence makes people want to pour into her. Why? Because she has done the work to pour into herself first. And a lot of you have blocked that. And I know you have because I was just like you. We've blocked it by trying to control everything, especially as single Black women, right? For some of us who were single, are single, no longer single. Okay. Saying we got it. Oh, I got it. I can handle it. Don't worry. I can carry my bags myself. I can open the door myself. All of this bullshit rhetoric around the independent woman, which is the biggest scheme that was ever sold to us, by the way. We'll get into that in just a bit. Right? We've been too busy forcing shit. But once you activate the honey siren, she doesn't force. She merely receives. And that doesn't make her weak. In fact, it makes her one of the most powerful energies that exist in our planet. I remember my man who I used to call my dad, my pops used to always say, you get more with sugar than you do with salt. Some honey siren celebrities that come to mind, I'm thinking Sade, the calm, effortless, not overperforming energy. She ain't doing no twerking on stage. She ain't throwing it back. It's smooth operator, coast. And then she drove people crazy. Why? Because she showed up in her sensual energy and that beautiful elegance of hers. Aaliyah, I'm thinking, soft feminine energy. We have a resolution. You have so much. She was sweet. She was quiet. She performed in her beautiful, sensual, feminine energy. She might have wore baggy pants, but she was in her honey energy. I'm thinking Janae Aiko. Okay. Her songs are emotional, but she's soft. She ain't twerking. She ain't having to prove nothing, right? Ariana Grande, very much in her honey siren energy. All right. She doesn't chase, all right? She just shows up in her beautiful voice and her beautiful talent and her beautiful skills, and she receives attention and people love her. Taylor Swift, another good on stage siren energy, who's in her honey siren energy, right? Very sweet, very receiving, very, this is my talent. This is my skill. I may move a little bit, but I don't have to do too much. I don't have to do too much. And the reason I don't have to do too much is because you're already watching, right? One more comes to mind, Lana Del Rey, very much in her honey energy. What's my other girl? Alina Baraz. Ooh, I have her on repeat for my Alina Baraz fans. Shouts out to you, right? Very much in their honey energy. Notice how these women these performers in their honey siren energy, they don't overperform. They're not trying to prove anything. They show up in their magic. They show up in their superpower of music. They show up in their skill. They let the audience come to them. They let the moment hold them and all that they are. That's honey siren energy. It's not about trying to do more, trying to do too much. It's about allowing yourself to be received, right? So the real question I have for you is, can you sit still long enough to let life, to let people, places, opportunities, things, love meet you in all of your power and all of your sensual energy and all of your yummy, juicy, delicious goodness that you've activated once you activate the honey siren energy or any of the signature siren energies? If you're much like me, you are legion, flowing effortlessly through all of the sirens depending on the room or the situation. Before we get into this, let me introduce myself. Hello out there. Hi. Welcome to Alcheminity, because turning pain into power, power into pleasure, and pleasure into purpose is sexy. I'm your host and creator of this colony and the many colonies and the many sanctuaries and sensual temples we're building around our globe, hell, around our galaxies at this point. I am your queen bee, Miss Burgess, if you're nasty. Also known as Legion. If you know, you know. If you don't know, get your copy of the erotic siren call. All right. It's available on Patreon. All right. You don't have to become a member on Patreon to access the erotic siren call workbook. It is a workbook. Okay. Again, you don't have to become a member, but most of the people that have purchased the workbook have decided to become members. Obviously, most of the people that are members have already gotten their workbook. Over on my Patreon is where my most explicit, yummy, juicy, delicious, sacred content is. Okay. Videos, photos, articles, things other that most people would consider risque. But the reason they're risque is because what we do here on Alcheminity as alchemists of the female species is we turn our pain into power, power into pleasure, pleasure into purpose by remembering the power of our pussies. We alchemize through our sensual and sexual energy. In order to do that, you've got to be able to connect to your pussy. In order to do that, in order to alchemize shit, you've got to be able to connect to your yoni, to your womb, to your pussy, to your sensual energy. That is where God and Goddess dwells. How do we think life on earth was created? Through the power of sensual energy. And once women, particularly my divine feminine women, my divine feminine, remember the power of our yonis and the powers of our pussies, that don't have nothing to do with putting it on Tyrone. They don't have nothing to do with putting it on Mike and Lowry and Mark as them. It has everything to do with you putting it on yourself, awakening yourself, activating yourself, remembering what you've come here to do, why you were born. If the only thing you're doing with your pussy is fucking with it, you are doing the entire earth and our galaxy and all the galaxies a grave disservice. Yeah, you heard it from me. Yeah, I said it. That's Lilith, by the way. Sometimes I get real annoyed sometimes. And that Lilith energy comes up. Who's Lilith? Lilith is one of our sirens. Lilith is a siren that you're going to need to go through before you can even activate and awaken all the other sirens. Okay? The dark primordial mother. You've got to do your work in the shadows down there. Before you can come into knowledge and remembering who you are, before you can even exercise and wield your power, your superpower. You have to go through the primordial mother. So sometimes she will rear up that kundalini snake, snapping at some of y'all, snapping at some of the energies that exist, not even at y'all, but the energies that exist, like some of the low vibrational thinking that exists on this planet. Oh my God, beam me up, Scotty. I'm ready to go back to Venus. I'm ready to go back to Venus. I really am. I really, really am. I told my boyfriend, I was like, I'm ready to go. He was like, you better not leave without me. I was like, this plot, in the words of Kiki Palmer, if the ancient aliens were to ask us, how's Earth? I would say I would not recommend it. It's very ghetto. The thinking here. But anyway, okay, that is what we do here in Alcheminity as alchemists. We alchemize through tapping into our sensual and sexual energy in more ways than just one. Okay. When I talk about sensual and sexual energy, this is not about sex. They are fundamentally different. Unfortunately, when people hear sensual and sexual energy, the first thing they think about is fucking, because that's how immature the human mind is. That's how, like, when the ancient aliens look at us, they'll be like, that's as far as you gotten with your body is fucking with it. That's all y'all can do. Clearly, you can procreate 8 billion people on the planet. Clearly, you've got fucking down pat. What else can you do? What else can you do with the power of your pussy? What else can you do with the power of your cocks? I've said too much. Become a member over on Patreon. This is where we break this stuff down. Anyway, let's get into this. Shouts out to my Patreon members, to my initiates. Okay. For those of you who are just coming into this information for the first time, become an initiate. When you're ready to go deeper or higher, become a come member, where we cultivate and unleash through masturbation. Hence the acronym COME. All right, let's get into this message. So in the previous weeks, we've gone through our initiation phases of activating our signature siren or activating all of the sirens, depending on if you are lead young like myself. Okay. So we've gone through the primordial mother, which is the first base root chakra that we go through, the first siren that you must activate and awaken. All right. Lilith siren. We've gone through the Eve siren. We've gone through sunshine siren. Now we are on honey. The honey siren. Okay. Now these are sirens or energies. Each siren represents a chakra. Okay. You have to activate and awaken each chakra on your journey of alchemizing pain into power, power to pleasure, pleasure into purpose. If you've been through things in life, you've been on the Dark Night Soul Odyssey, you've been through some shit that was meant to kill you, keep you stuck, stagnant. You've even been through people trying to put spells on you to unalive you. You've even had people put spells on you to try to destiny swap with you. You've had people try to do spells on you to negatively affect your beauty and your health. They tried to make you ugly. Yes, it's that real. Get your copy of Activate, by the way. Unorthodox philosophies that explore anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts as symptoms of suppressed superpower. It's available on Amazon in paperback. Get your copy. Start there before you even become a member over on Patreon, or do everything simultaneously. Whatever floats your boat, get your copy of Activate. Again, if you're new to this information, if you're new to alchemizing, if you know that you've been having this inkling about your spiritual abilities coming online, let me just go back to the crux of what Alcheminity is all about. Again, we are alchemists. We are spiritual women, divine feminine women, whose calling is to be in the public eye. But we had to go through the dark night of the soul shit. We had to remember who we are and what we are, why we came to this planet. A lot of us have hidden our talents, our skills, and our beauties because we were under attack since the moment we came into earth. We were under attack, whether that been through friends, family, close kin, close whatever. You have probably been under attack. They tried to stop you as soon as you came into this world. They tried to stop you before you even got into this world. It was always close, but no cigar for you. You always knew you were meant for better, higher, greater, more, sweeter. It was always close, but no cigar. You knew you were created for more, but you just couldn't get there. You just didn't know exactly what or how. And it seems like you be doing well for a little bit in life and then fall right back on your ass, and you get back up and you do well a little bit again. You fall back on your ass and you trying to figure out, why do I keep going through shit? Why do I keep going? Why does this keep happening to me? I'm a good person. I'm giving. I went to church. I was paying my tithe. Why does it keep happening to me? Why does it keep happening to me? It's happening to you. It's happening to us because we needed to remember our powers and our purpose and why we came to this planet. We got the harshest lessons. We got the harshest lessons because we are the chosen ones. We got the harshest lessons because we forgot why we came here. We forgot our powers. We forgot our purpose. And we got lost in the rat race. And the only thing that will wake us up, was pain. Like that song, wake me up inside, wake me up, wake me up inside, wake me up. You went through some of the harshest lessons because you have the greatest mission and purpose. And some of your missions and your purpose, not even some. If you're listening to this, you are divine feminine. If you're listening to this, your mission and your purpose is to be in the public eye. We had the harshest lessons because we were hiding. We were in the shadows. We were in the dark. Many of us were in the shadows and the dark because we were in the dark night of the soul odyssey. The reason why you had to go on that dark night of the soul odyssey is because in that darkness is where all of your golds and your diamonds and your treasure and your beauty lies. You had to go get that shit. You had to go get your shit. You had to go get your crown out of the shadows, out of the darkness. Come back wearing that shit. Sitting on the throne made up of the flesh of your enemies. That's you, divine feminine. So if you're here and that sounds like the odyssey that you've been on, that sounds like the shit that you've been through, going through shit that you know, like, damn, I don't even deserve this shit. If you're listening to this and this is for you, the reason why you suffer the most is because you've been in hiding. It's time to come out, come out, come out wherever you are and meet the young lady who fell from the stars. You are the one that are made up of what stars are made up of. And the reason why you are made up of the stuff of stars is because you are one. You are meant to be one. So let's get into this message. Now we had to go down into the shadows and get that and bring it back up into the light, and coming out of the shadows into the light with all of your gifts and your power and your beauty intact, no longer hiding how fine you are, no longer hiding how talented you are, no longer hiding how spiritual you are, no longer hiding your spiritual abilities, the fact that you're intuitive or empathic or clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, all the clairs, no longer hiding those things. Yes, you are that. You are. And it's time to come out. Let's get into this message. Let's keep going. So we are on the honey sunshine energy. So again, the question that I have for you all is, can you stand in the heat of your attraction, right? The heat of your attraction as a honey sunshine energy asks if you can stand in that. Many of us, when we get a little bit of that attention from outside world, we cover up, we hide. And I know sometimes we don't, you're not in the mood to draw attention. Sometimes you're not in the mood, but because your callings are so great, that comes with the territory of who the fuck you are. And so when you step out to go to Walgreens or to Winn-Dixie or Walmart or wherever it is that you go, maybe you go to Sprouts or Trader Joe's. Some of you are balling out of control. You're at Earwinds. Is it Earwinds? Earwinds? I can't even pronounce it because I don't go there. But wherever you are in the world, you notice that you draw attention. The honey sunshine energy, though, when you activate this energy, again, you want to activate your honey sunshine energy fully. You want to activate any signature siren that's calling to you. But the reason why you want to activate these energies or these sirens fully is because it's a part of your mission and your purpose. When you go into the public eye, okay, when you're on stage as a singer or a speaker or a dancer, maybe you do hair, maybe you're a makeup artist, maybe you're an educator of some sort, maybe you're even a therapist of some sort. These are all professions that are in the public eye. Some of you, again, you're supposed to be running for office. You're supposed to be a congresswoman. Maybe you are going to be a Meghan Markle, marrying a prince and going to be in the public eye by default because of who you married, right? Maybe you're a YouTuber. Maybe you create content like I do here on Alcheminity. Maybe you're an author. Whatever it is that you do where you're in the public eye, you're going to need to activate your siren energy, because your siren energy is the one that takes on the stage when you yourself, your daily self, doesn't want to, doesn't feel like it, don't want to be seen, don't know what to say. Oh, I'm too nervous. I'm too scared. Your siren energy isn't, because that's what she's made for. I have a subscriber and a member as well. Her name is, her stage name is Hanny Duncan. She's a European DJ, international DJ, but she's from Europe originally. And she named herself Hanny Duncan because of the name change concept that I'll talk about here in our community. So in previous videos, if you're just listening to me for the first time, don't just listen to the new stuff. Go back into the Rolodex, go to the beginning, listen to the older stuff, go back 2 years and listen to some stuff. Okay. You don't have to go to the very first video, but go back at least 2 years and listen to the older videos and then make your way back here. Sometimes things that was recorded way back when is meant for you right now. Right. Think about it. When you stumble across a book could have been written in like 1920s, 1930s, maybe even written in the 1800s. And we're just getting a hold of it now. And it's 2025 and it speaks to us now. I can tell you one of the books, The Alchemist, written by Paulo Coelho, was written when? Sometimes in the 80s, 90s. I don't even know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But we didn't get wind of it until the early 2000s, right? So sometimes things have been written or said way back when that's meant for you right now. So don't just listen to the recent stuff. Go back into the Rolodex. But I talked about how when you activate into this energy and you remember who you are as an activated alchemist, a chosen one, divine feminine, that the spirit that awakens in you will name itself. It will give you a name. And so she named her stage name is Hanny Duncan, right? Now, when I tell you about these, which means, by the way, Hanny is, I think, is short for her first name, and then Duncan in her language is short for dark, because what she's done is activate her shadow self. She's activated her Lilith energy on stage, and that sells out her shows internationally. She's an international DJ. Every show is sold out. Why? Because she's been able to tap into her siren energy, number one. She's been able to tap into her dark shadow side as well. Her dark shadow side being a part of what's in her name, what she's named herself, but also the siren. She's very much in her Lilith dark energy, but she's also in her charmed energy as well. And she's also in her honey energy, because the way that she is in her feminine energy, she's very sweet when you speak to her. And on stage, so she's a blending of all of these sirens, but she's also named herself. So I want y'all to know that as you do this work, as you activate your sirens, okay, because you're calling these sirens by name, you're also going to be naming yourself. Right? Whatever your stage name, because when you go on stage, you're not going to name yourself Charmed. You may not name yourself Honey, but you'll know that this is the energy that's operating within you. You may not name yourself Lilith on stage. Maybe you will. You may not name yourself Eve on stage. Maybe you will. But these are the energies that are operating within you. These are their names. But when you're on stage, you can rename yourself for whatever stage name it is that you feel guided to do. Think about celebrities. A lot of the celebrities that perform on stage, they're not performing under their legal birth names. They're performing under a stage name. They're performing under an archetype. Why? Tina Turner, that wasn't Tina Turner's name. Her real name was Anna Mae Bullard or something like that. Anna Mae Bullard to Tina Turner, right? Why? Because there is power in a name. These certain names, these certain archetypes, these energies that we awaken and activate within us can carry the responsibility, can wear the crowns that are too heavy for us to wear. They are made for that type of thing. We are vessels. This flesh, right? This flesh is animated. We are vessels for God and Goddess to have their way through, to have its way through. The question is, are you allowing in the right thing to help move you towards your power, your purpose, your mission, your destiny? Are you allowing the right energies to animate you? Are you allowing the right energies to use your vessel for the good of God and Goddess, the universe, and the world around you? For you. And if you're ready for these energies to awaken in you, if you are ready for the right energies for you to be a vessel for the right energies, for the most aligned energies, for the most high vibrational energies that put you in alignment with your God-given talents, skills, mission, purpose, and your beauty, remembering your attraction, remembering the power of your pussy, then it's time that you activate the sirens within you, because you are a vessel. But what are you awakening in you? Some of you are just walking around, just flesh, walking around, don't know what you're doing. What are you doing with your bodies other than fucking with them? What are you doing with your pussy other than fucking with it? That's a real question. Anyway, we're at 23 minutes. I'm trying to keep these videos a lot shorter, okay? The honey siren energy. Whew. When she's in her energy, again, I gave you the examples of Sade, okay? Smooth operator, dum, dum, dum. Smooth operator, right? That is who you activate and who you embody, how you move, how people are drawn to you when you're in your honey siren energy. You ain't got to do no twerking. You ain't got to bend it over and spread it. You ain't got to be what all the shit that some of the women out in the world and rappers and singers are doing today. No. All right. Beyonce, when she first came out, she was very much in her honey siren energy. I would say she's mostly in her honey siren energy when she's in interviews. Now she's more in her Lilith energy when she performs. She started to activate more of her shadow side, which I think is sexy. But when she first came out, she was definitely much more in her honey siren energy. I'm seeing her in Case's video. I remember Case. Couldn't we be happily ever after? We could be strong together for so long. Y'all remember that? Beyonce was in that video. You know, she was 18 years old when she was in that video. She was very much in her honey siren energy then, right? So this is for you. These are kind of examples for you to go by. If you're feeling called to be much more in your sweet, kind of like, kind of energy, This is for you. You are meant to be the honey siren, meant to be the honey siren energy is chosen every time. She gets more with sugar than she does with salt. Okay. Again, she doesn't chase. She doesn't prove. She just shows up, and she is embodied and aroused so much in her purpose and her talents and her skills that people are drawn to that. They love that. It's sexy. It's beautiful. It's sweet. It's when you think about honey, it's something you want to dip your finger into and taste, right? For my honey sirens, become a member over on Patreon, because we're going to break this down even more over on Patreon. There's something people want to, honey sirens, they just want to taste you. Because they know by tasting your sweet nectar will bless them in more ways than one. Oh! Anyway, if you're feeling called to activate your honey siren, any siren, if you know that you have a signature siren that you ought to be waking up within you, awakening within you, arousing within you, because you know your mission is in the public eye. You are supposed to be on stages. You're supposed to be seen. You're supposed to be heard. You're supposed to be felt in more ways than one. It's time for you and I to work one-on-one together, okay? For those of you who know this is your calling, it's time for you and I to work one-on-one together. Alcheminity exclusives are available. Email me if you're ready to work one-on-one, helping to equip you with the embodiment you're going to need, the physical, I'm say the physical, yes, the physical as well, but the emotional intelligence you're going to need, the mental stability you're going to need, aligning your body to fit what your mission and your purpose is. Like for many of you, your callings are to be, physical trainers or something, or models, or whatever it is. Does your body fit what your calling is? If it doesn't, the siren can help you do that once you awaken her and allow her to guide you and lead you. Okay? Anyway, ready to work one-on-one with me to get that together, because it's time for you to get it together. It's time for you to awaken that. Email me. Information is in the description box. Don't forget to get your copy of Activate. Don't forget to become a member on Patreon. Don't forget to get your copy of the Erotic Siren Call. The reason why I call it the Erotic Siren Call is because your signature siren is erotic. Your missions and your purposes are erotic. You're meant to be sexy. You're meant to be erotic. Erotic doesn't mean sex. It means you arouse people in more ways than one. It means you're sensual. It means you're sexy. It means people are going to be turned on by you, and they're supposed to be turned on by you, because turning them on means turning them on mentally, not just physically, emotionally, spiritually. Turning them on means reminding them of their own power and of their own purpose. Yes, you're sexy. Yes, divine feminine. You're erotic, and you're supposed to be. Your mission is erotic, and you're supposed to be. And as long as you keep hiding that and suppressing that, demonizing that, and vilifying that, you will suffer. You will remain stuck, stagnant, broken, alone, lonely, isolated, destitute. That timeline is done. We have arrived. I'll speak to y'all in the next episode. Ciao for now.